they're like, okay, don't call me at this time, call me at this time. It's about communication. And of course, there needs to be a lot of trust. Here we are talking about, I don't even have other thoughts. I am literally telling you like a child.
I just wrote trust down.
Yes.
Trust is very important in that. But trust, I think, trust is important in a relationship, regardless
100%.
of where you are.
Yes.
Because someone might think, probably you don't want me to call you at 10 because you're with someone.
You've got the hideous business.
Yes, you know, why are you telling me not to call you at 10? I can call you anytime I want. But that now goes down to trust, because the thing is as well, somebody can be there with you. And while you're asleep, they're downstairs chatting with their side chick or their boyfriend or whatever.
Or they go
out, they tell you they work night shift.
Or forget night shift.
Even day shift.
I'm going to the garage. I'm going to the garage. Hump in the garage.
That's a quick hump. I don't like that.
But it can happen.
I wouldn't like that, but I was the side chick for the quick hump.
Maybe they just need that for that night. Other days they have got other plans, right? So trust is very, very. Or it's so bad, Lydia.
Yeah.
It could even be they know that you go to work, right? And maybe you say to them, "Oh, I'm going to Scotland for 3 days." For
those 3 days.
Those 3 days in your bed.
Yes, I've witnessed that. I've been a victim of that one.
Please
So
don't.
that one,
Sorry.
I've been a victim. That's all right. It was a long time ago. I don't care. I don't even care. That doesn't even.
I haven't brought up things.
No, you can't bring up things. Those things have healed.
Good.
They're not hidden. They're healed.
Good.
So
good.
that's
Good.
fun.
Good.
So I just want to say thank you for everybody who is watching, and please keep on sharing and commenting. And I'm laughing at Elizabeth Kangede because she's there. She said, "Oh yes, I was part of that conversation yesterday." She was actually part of the conversation yesterday that was saying that you blame a man or you blame a woman. She was part of that. I don't want to say which part she was, unless she says herself. That is so funny. Unless she says it herself, and somebody say hi sis, following from Barking and Dagenham. Yes, somebody's asking me if I'm live.
Yes,
I am live. Yes,
yes, we are live. But if you're watching on replay, just in case you didn't catch it, I hope you feel the vibe.
I hope you feel the
vibe because it's so nice.
Yeah, the vibe is so nice.
This conversation.
Yes, and someone say long distance relationships is not ideal, especially for young lovebirds and newlyweds. Probably that's not good. But again, long distance, it can still work. But anyway,
but let me ask you, the person that said that, who is that? Let me speak with you. It's not good, but we have to be realistic. Imagine you've just gotten married. It's you're a month in, and then your husband or your wife gets a contract in Dubai, Beijing, right? A good contract that is going to be a game changer for your family. Are you going to stop them from going for it? Because we are newly married. That's where plans come in. You're like, okay, babe, or whoever, however you call each other, step out. Jaber. Yeah. Okay, Jaber. Okay, Jaber. Step out.
Yes.
Go for it. Yeah. But how are we connecting? Am I following you in 2 weeks? In 3 weeks? In 4 weeks? Or are you going and putting it all down for 6 months and then coming back?
Or are we relocating?
That's the conversation. I personally would never, ever stop someone.
Hold someone back.
Exactly. From stepping up and going.
Yes.
I want to cheer someone.
Yes.
From the side, we don't have to be joint at the hip. Yeah. I want someone to flourish, and I also want them to allow me to flourish. Yeah. And again, like we said, even if we are newly married, yeah, those are conversations we have and say, okay, you're gonna go or you're not gonna go. But stopping those opportunities, I think you would be doing your partner or the whole family a disservice. Yeah, injustice, to be honest. I personally wouldn't do that to someone.
So you'll allow them, if
Oh
that was
God,
you personally,
I would send them with blessings. I'll say to them, maybe today we'll have all the, should I say it?
Yeah, go on.
Maybe today, I know you're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll go for it. And
and that will carry you for 6 months.
We'll go for it completely and finish each other, right?
Yes.
And then I'm sending you with blessings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what, and these things, they don't come one day and then it's the next day. No, I don't think anyone does that. Like, oh, you're off to wherever, to New Zealand for 5 years or something. Like in a day. It's something they tell you. They tell you,
there's a process.
Exactly.
Yeah. So within that process, you can actually plan.
That's when we are making these arrangements. That's when we are talking about these conversations. And I believe, I always say, all things are possible to those that believe and those who are willing. Because there's nothing that cannot be agreed together, even if it means one staying behind or joining me after I don't know how long. All things are possible.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So I hope, Elizabeth, you've had that response. And someone said, I like when you say that you are with someone, but you are alone. I agree with you. A lot of couple are like that. Yeah, a lot of couple. I agree with you. A lot of couples are like that, which is true. And if you find yourself in that situation, seriously, I think if you find yourself that you're a couple and you're still, there's a distance, I think personally I'll say go back to where you started feeling like that. Go back to that place and find out what happened that day. Because I feel like a lot of relationships we let go so fast and so quick because we enter a relationship with feelings. Or today I feel like this, tomorrow I feel like this. But we forget that it's a choice. It's a choice we have to make every blessed day.
Exactly.
A choice to stay with this person, to continue loving this person, to continue caring for this person, to continue being in love with this person. We actually totally forget that, and we just, I feel like this, I don't feel it, I don't feel it. So I think when you start feeling that loneliness and you're in a relationship, you need to go back to that place that you started feeling like that.
Do you know what, Lydia? I'm going to be very, very vulnerable here. And you guys don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm going to be very vulnerable because this has reminded me. In fact, I've never shared it openly. I've shared with a couple of my friends. I remember about 2 years ago when I was writing my book. And, I got so caught up in it. I got so caught up in the research and the story that, I think it was about 5-6 months into it. Matt, my partner, at one point he said to me that, I don't see you. I don't know you. I don't get to spend time with you. I don't, Wow. And he said something that actually, oh my God, I didn't realize. He said, it got me thinking, if this is how we are going to live, then I might as well be alone.
Wow, that's deep.
And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. And he actually said...
What made him feel like that?
Because I was not available.
Body-wise or...
I was there in the house. We were there in the house.
Your body was there, but your mind, everything wasn't there.
And I was so focused on this, what I was doing on my project, that I neglected us.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I was so focused. But then, do you see what it took for him? That was strong for a man to say, I am lonely. He actually said, I'm lonely. And I remember we shared this with a very good couple friend of ours. We're normally when we share these things, because one thing I know is if this is happening to me,
It might be happening to someone
can guarantee you
100%.
there's 1,000 other people that are going exactly through.
The
So when
same
I
thing,
speak,
100%.
and that is when I say, oh my God. And do you know, Lydia, at that time, we actually had to be intentional about planning even date nights. I said, but here is what I said. Matt, this is very important to me, and this project must carry on. However, this is what we can do. And we agreed on like date nights. Like we agreed on this day and this day, you leave everything. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Wow.
And we do it. And you know, that's how we reconnected again. But I didn't realize
Yes.
that I was gone, but I was there. Yeah. So it can happen, you know, it actually gives me
Goose pimples.
goose pimples to say that, because I've never shared it. I say that yes, you can be lonely,
Yeah,
but
I've
together.
never shared it.
But I've
And-
never shared the exact.
Yeah.
And some of my friends who are listening here, they know we have talked about that particular topic.
Yes.
About it, and all I would say, if anyone is experiencing that, like you said, go back to where it happened.
It happened, yes.
Go back
So
to
for
where
you,
it
I think
happened.
it was just way before your project. Just before your project. Because
Just
now,
yeah.
before your project. So when your project started, you're just like, and the fact that you didn't even realize.
I didn't.
And that's what I'm saying, that a lot of relationships, we just throw in towel because we don't really make an effort. And also ego. So if you're, because he's a man, if you would have been just like, you know, I don't
Get
really
it.
care, I'm going to do my own thing, to get my own side chick, to do whatever I
Exactly.
want to do.
He could have done that.
Yeah, he
you
could
know?
have done that. But for him to come and speak to you and tell you that, then now you also reflected, because there's two things can happen. You can reflect and say, oh my God, is this what I'm doing? And come back and say, okay, then what can we do? I'm sorry, how can we work it out? Or you can also be a stubborn person and say, excuse me, don't you see that this is a big project I'm doing? So if you feel lonely, what am I supposed to do? Do you understand?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because some people can also turn around and say that and say, oh, so you don't want
Me to progress.
You don't want me to progress.
However, Lydia, is this is where again it comes, especially women who are very strong, especially, you know, we are very focused. Yeah, this is where it comes to, yes, this is important. I said to him, this is very important to me, but also our relationship is very important to me, because I also realize, yes, you can get all these things, yeah, but at the end of the day, there is a reason why we connected. Why am I having this relationship? Why am I having this relationship? Because of the warmth it gives me, the laughter, then the silly things we do together, the security,
protection.
Protection. There's
empowerment.
Exactly. There's all that. Yeah. So I cannot say, oh, why are you feeling like that? And to say that would be invalidating him. Remember, it takes a lot of a person to say I'm lonely. So I had to respect and also validate him saying that, yeah, and also to see the errors of my ways, you know,
Yes.
to see the errors of my ways and say, hiya. I'm like, hiya, you mean these things can just go, you know? Things can just go away. And I had to say no. Then I came back as, yeah, I'm ready for us to do this. I'm ready for us to do this. But that doesn't mean I stop doing this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a sort of a balance.
Yeah, I think you must have that balance as well. So once again, I just want to say thank you as well to you, of course, for the contribution, and to also everybody who is actually commenting. We still need your comments. We need you to share, comment, bring your views. And someone else say the clue the clue is in the word distance. The clue is in the word distance, right? If your partner is present but you don't communicate, then they might fall under emotional unavailability.
Good.
That's
I love
me
you.
guessing. it's not a guess. She hit the nail, innit?
Exactly.
It's not a guess. She
That
hit it.
is
She hit
emotional
it.
distance.
Yes.
I'm so happy you said it that way.
Yes. Yeah. She just hit it. That's what she said. And thank you so much for that comment. That's from Agnes Mukami. Thank you so much. And somebody also said it happened to us when we were planning for our wedding. My husband, a fiancé back then, but now they've been married for so many years. I know this person. Probably you know him as you know her as well. He was offered his first United Nations international post. We discussed and agreed to turn it, and we turned it down. Agreed to turn it down.
Well,
So I think they turned that down.
And
But I
it's-
think again it can go both
yeah,
ways as
it's
well.
okay if that is what they both agreed.
Agreed, yes.
As long as one person is feeling is not feeling shortchanged.
Yes.
I personally am always go for it. Go for it.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes.
There are other people who are like, no, something else will come for us. And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Whichever decision you decide to make,
as
it's
long
okay.
as I always say
It suits both of you.
it suits both of you and you're at peace.
Yes.
You're at peace. Someone is never going to turn around and say, oh, I
Because
would
of
be
you.
far. I would be far
If
if
it
it were
wasn't
not
for
for
you,
you.
yes.
You see, you don't want that. Yeah? But you're like, right, we made the decision together. Sometimes the decisions we make together are foolish.
But
Sometimes
now
the
they are
decisions
foolish together.
yeah, we are fools together.
Together, yes.
And then sometimes we make decisions that are wise,
Yes.
and we are wise together. So
Yes.
it's about stepping out as a team.
Yes.
Whether it's a fail
Or a success.
or a success,
Yes.
right? And whichever it is, you know, life is always continuing. Life is always continuing. Nothing is final. Like this is the end of it. Otherwise, if you think about it, Lydia, I believe in an all-loving God, right? We're always being given opportunities, opportunities, yeah? Just because we turned down this one doesn't mean another one will not come. That doesn't mean it's the end of us. No, it doesn't mean that.
Yes.
If your child refuses to eat lunch, do you say to them, oh, that's it, that's it. You're not having dinner, you're never going to have breakfast, you're never... And if our God, our Father, is even better than us, who are parents, how much more does He do for us? You see, that's how I think about these opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say you did right or wrong.
Yes.
You did something that was good for both of you. And that's
'Cause-
what matters.
Yeah, because like this particular person who just wrote this, they've been married for so long, and they're married. It's Nuru Balama, you know.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and a marriage is
I
is
know
next,
you
a marriage
knew.
is next to perfect. So you know that the decision they made
Is
it was right for
Yeah,
both
it
of
was
them.
right for you.
And
Yeah.
like you said, you don't want somebody to, years down the line, they start resenting you. And
Exactly.
they're like, oh, so they resent, because once resentment comes in, that's it, we're done. Like, it's going to take a lot to restore that relationship. And that's why I think it's good if there's a discussion there. Someone say, what about people who are dating as a long distance relationship?
Oh, wow. I think...
Whoa, Elizabeth, that's a good one. That's a good one.
What do you think? I think it's the same. It's the same concept.
I think,
What do you think?
you know what? To date a long distance relationship, I'm not going to lie, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I've done it myself, okay? And it's not easy, okay? And again, I think it comes down to trust, because I feel like somebody thinks, or we as humans, we always think that if somebody's there, there's less cheating, or if somebody's there, there's less distrust, or if somebody's there, there's less dishonesty than if they're far. But that's not the case.
It's not.
It's not the case.
It's not. It's the person.
It's
the character of the
character of
person.
the person. They can be there and still do worse things.
They can
to you.
do
Wherever they,
garage stuff.
yeah, they can do the garage stuff, like,
Or I'm coming home late.
I'm coming home late.
Yeah, so
anything
they
can
pass
happen.
by the girlfriend or the side chick or whatever.
Yeah. But in saying that as well, just to answer Elizabeth as well, our mayor, in saying that, I always find it funny. I can never call her Elizabeth, and I can never call her Chancellor. She's not a mayor anymore. But me, I'm always saying once a mayor, always a mayor.
I
So
know.
I know. And sometimes I even call her mayor in front of other mayors. And
Ah.
everybody's like, she's not, and I'm like, you know what? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, so from what I feel, and I think I've spoken to a lot of people about this long distance relationship, and what was coming out a lot is, even though there's dishonesty, distrust, whatever, if they're there, but sometimes if you open the door for people and it's like you've released them, you see like that latch, is it latch or whatever,
The leash, the one that they hold the kid or the dog.
children or the dogs. I hate that thing. I never used it with
I
my
know,
children.
I don't
never
like
used
it.
I don't like it. But you see, if you let go, the children will run and do whatever they're doing, or the dogs. So you have to keep them with you all the time.
Is that how you feel?
No, but that's what, when I was asking a lot of people, that's what came out. Like, I need, because when you let something go, it's like now they're free to just do whatever they want at any time. But when they're here, when they're contained, they're like, okay, I need to strategize. I need to really strategize to cheat.
So
And sometimes, just let me land. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm saying that's what came out a lot when I was asking people, because this is a topic that, because I've been in it, is a topic that I've been asking a lot of people, what do they feel about long distance relationship? And in fact, I even asked young people, including my own daughter. I was asking young people, they're like, nah, not doing it. No, and I was like, why? They're like, never. Young people are telling me. In fact, young people are the worst. They told me, never. He's gonna cheat on. I said, but he can cheat on you still when he's there. Yeah, but you let him now free. You understand? So they feel like, because if he's with you or she's with you, they have to start strategizing how they're going to cheat. Okay, they have to come back home. You probably know where they work. You know where, so it's a little bit harder. They're gonna do if they want to. Anybody can do whatever they want, but it's gonna be a little bit harder because they have to really work hard. They have to work hard on cheating on you. They have to work hard on being dishonest. They have to work hard on doing this. They have to work hard because you can forget it. But when they're far, they don't even have to do nothing. They don't have to hide their phones. They don't have to tell you, I'm going to the garage. They don't have to, nothing. They'll just walk and go. And that's why I think a lot of young people, when I was talking to them, that's the perception that they have. And that's why they were like, no, we're not doing no distance relationship. But I think as an older person, you might view it differently and say, but the person can do whatever they want to do. But as me, Lydia, hell no, I'm not doing it. I am not doing a long distance relationship for like you said, it can be planned, like we have a plan.
Yes.
For me, every long distance relationship, we must have a plan.
It's important to have a plan.
Yes. Yeah. How are we now going to end up together at the end of the day? But there are people who've done it for 2 years. So somebody sent me a clip of a long distance relationship when I started doing the research of this long distance. And there are some people who are saying, I've done it for 4 years. I did it for 10 years. I was like, hell no. I'm not doing that. But that's just me.
Yeah. It's crazy as well because, for example, you would say you are, for example, you're married or you're a mother, but you're just like a single mother, right? You're just the same as a single mother. If let's say your husband is never there, but I think it's what you accept. Like you're saying about 4 years, 10 years. I personally would not accept something like that because those are so many years gone. Those are so many moments
gone. Like, yeah.
Those are so, that's when, you're with someone for so long and then after the kids leave, you're wondering, who's this?
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Yes, you are together, but you are not together because you have almost nothing in common.
And because sometimes, like long distance relationship, sometimes you're dating, right? But you need that person to hold you. Like the physical things that sometimes you just feel like, I just need this person. And then they're not there. Being on the phone, there is no way that will complement that.
No,
There's
it can't.
No way.
It cannot. However, like I said, even when you're together, to be honest, Lydia, there's sometimes you'll miss your man at work. What are you going to do? You're going to get up and go and go where he is.
No, but that's different. But that's different because he's at work.
Yes.
Probably just 2 days. Okay. He's at work for 2 days. He'll come back. You know, after 2 days, I'm going to have a cuddle.
Exactly.
Or whatever I'm going to have.
Yes.
We're going to go for a walk. We're going to cook together. Cooking together is so nice. I love that.
Exactly.
We're going to do all these things together. But this person is like 8 hours away from you. To go there is a lot of money fast financially.
And also, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make economic
there
sense.
8 hours.
You get me.
By
and then
flight.
You have children.
Yeah.
And then this person now, this other person is at work. Because that example you just gave, this person is at work, probably even 1 day or 2 days. Probably they even do night shift. They'll come back in the morning. You see them. But this other one, you won't see them. You probably see them because if they're really, really far and you have to plan, probably you see each other 4 times a year.
Yeah.
That 4
But then
times a year.
that is what you have to compromise. You have to decide what is important to me. Like Nuru said to us, we turned it down.
Yeah.
Maybe because they say, we cannot stay without, these hugs. We cannot stay without whatever else. We cannot stay without. You have to know yourself.
Yes.
I think it's knowing yourself and being true to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. There are other women or other men who are like, oh, we can brace this. We can do this, we can do this, and then we meet every 3 months or every however long. I think it's just about knowing yourself and being true to yourself, so that not him he doesn't mind, but you like your cuddles and all that, and then you're resenting him whilst he's away. Then that is a mismatch, right? But if there's an agreement and you're like in the same, you're singing the same hymn, then there is no dissonance there. There's coherence. But if I know I can, because although I love my cuddles, I love my all that, but then there are other times, especially like I said to you, when I have something that I'm doing, I can be like a tree. I know myself. I can, right? And then it means, for example, if I was to go for 6 months, would I want that to happen for myself and my husband? I don't think so. If I was to go for 6 months, I know we would go together.
Because that's long.
Exactly, it's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but if it's 2 weeks, we're like, okay, what makes sense for us? Not for anyone else. What makes sense for us? Of course, you'll consider the money, you'll consider the time. Maybe you have a child who cannot be left at home alone. There's so many things to consider. Or even to say, no, we're not going to do that. We're not hungry, we are here, we are working, we are okay. We'll carry on as it is. So I think it's just about constantly having these conversations, because, anything can change, anything can shift. And I don't know. I love those, I love moments like when we have a walk. I love to be able to go for a drive.
Coffee together in the morning.
Exactly.
In the morning, you just have tea together. You just sit outside
like
winter time.
Like for example, I'll tell you, ever since I met Matt, every morning, I've always received a cup of lemon water, warm lemon water. So
I want warm lemon water every day.
I know. I'm so used to it.
I want that.
I'm so used to it that I think one time he forgot. And that's when sometimes you're spoiled and you have an entitlement. That's when you have to hold your... I was like, I woke up and he wasn't there. I wanted to call him and say, oh, why was it? And I said to myself, this is entitlement.
Yes.
It's not. I'm not even being grateful for all the times that it has happened.
It.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now I'm feeling like
one day you're thinking of only the negative.
And I thought, no, that is just wrong. When they say you hold captive your thoughts,
yes.
and just appreciate that this has been done for you. So you see something like that, like when I go away or when he's away, I
Yes.
miss things like those, right? So it's not easy, but it can be done.
It can be done.
And it's about having conversations, conversations, trust. Yeah. Trust is very important.
Trust is very important. Whether it's a distance or it's not a distance, I mean, trust is very
Trust
important.
is
because that
everything.
is everything that breaks. Once trust has been broken,
Oh,
whether the person is there or not,
It's gone.
forget it. It's gone.
It's gone.
And it's so hard to build it back.
build it back.
It's possible. I mean, a lot of people build it back, but it takes forever to build it
It
back.
can take forever. And then there's always that, even there's a fear that comes with it because you're walking on what's going to
Eggshells.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's going to happen?
What's
Because
going to happen?
the other day I was having a conversation with one a youngster. I like having conversation with the young ones because it reminds me of what I would have done but I didn't do, because
And also
the
they
young
tell
ones,
us as
yeah,
it
they
is.
tell us, and the young ones in this
I love
country are
them.
also different, you know. They tell us that it is. And we were just talking about that relationship and walking in eggshells, and they're just like, you know what, if anything was to happen to me trust wise and everything, that's it. And I'm like, you wouldn't have time to be restoring. They were like, no, you're gone.
You're gone.
I'm like,
You're
what
out.
is wrong with these people? They said like, do you get me?
Yeah.
And for us is, okay, this has happened, how can we resolve it, how can we do this? But I think these conversations are very important because there are so many people that are doing these long distance relationships, and I know there's so many people who don't like it. People that I've spoken to don't like it.
Yeah.
Because they always say the example, we have a lot of, you know, because of greener pastures, we have people who they have to leave their family because they have to go to this country for greener pastures, this country for greener pastures. And they say that every time they've gone, when they go back home, they've always found either a man opening the door for them or a woman opening a door for them. You understand? And they feel like it's because it was a long distance relationship. So they vow and they say, I'll never do a long distance relationship anymore. But I just want people to understand that it doesn't matter where you are. If you don't want a long distance relationship because you're thinking of trust or you're thinking of dishonesty, that can happen whether you're there or you're not. You heard what Angela said, and somebody also rightfully said it, that you can actually be together and you're lonely at the same time. So that's not the case. But it's just the fact that, what things do you like? Do you like things like probably cuddling, walking together? I like when I wake up and we're drinking a cup of tea together or coffee. I like when we you know, I used to have an ex, and every morning he would drink coffee, and he used to smoke as well. So we always go outside because he can't smoke in the house. And I felt that moment was one of my best moments, because every morning we'll go outside, he's smoking and drinking his coffee, and I'm also drinking coffee. So we're just there talking, and that was happening every morning. And that every morning when I was with him, and I felt like that
was your
moment,
connection moment.
that was a connection moment, because it was morning reflections and talking about the day, how is the day going to happen, and that was really good. So I feel like if I don't get that, somebody's, I don't know where and you're where, for me, long term, it won't work.
Yeah,
it
long
has to
term.
be something short, and it has to be planned, and we get on with it.
Yeah,
you have to be.
You get on with it. You make that plan. You decide what's going to happen, and like I said, Lydia, you know, I never rule out these things. You know, I never rule out these things,
Yes.
because I know in this wide world universe, there's opportunities can be anywhere, and you could be required to go somewhere where it could be that they can't even. For example, let me give you an example, right?
Yes.
If you want a trip in Virgin Galaxy, and there's only room for one person, and maybe it's something you've always wanted to do, and they said you're gonna go for 3 weeks, what would you do?
If I had a partner, okay, I think I'll discuss it with my partner. And just like Nuru said, I feel like as well, there's a lot of people have put some things in front of their relationship. Things like probably material things, money, holidays. Some people have misplaced their priority and they've put things in front of their relationship. And that's why some relationships don't work either, because some people have put money, whatever they've put in front. And I think if that was me, I'll speak to my partner and I'll make sure that he's okay with it. Because sometimes somebody can also say they're okay and they're not really
And they're not okay. You're correct.
And then one day when you're having an argument or anything, that comes up and they're like, yeah, remember even that day you left
just
me?
left
and you're
me.
like, what?
You didn't consider me.
Yeah, I thought we had a discussion. And they'll be like, yeah, because I didn't want to tell you not to go because I know how you wanted it. So I didn't want to tell you not to go. And I think that probably will come up or because of how you discussed it. Because you know what we say, that it's not what you said, it's the way you said it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you folded someone's hand. Nigerians will say you fold my arm or whatever they say.
Fold my arm, oh.
You say you fold my arm. They say that the way you said it, you said it in a way that if you say no, that would really hurt me.
Yeah.
It's not a discussion, but I'm asking you, but I'm not really asking you. I'm telling you. Do you understand? But if somebody comes and tells you something, it's now hard for you to say no or for you to even discuss. But if they come and ask you, then you guys can discuss it. So you feel you might just say, okay, but really it's not okay. So you just say, and then one day it will just bring problem. Anyway, I know this topic.
This can go on and on. But can I just say
on.
something?
Yes.
I think if we are actually wanting the best for each other, and I really want the best for you, and you also really want the best for me, I think we can't go wrong. I don't think we can go wrong
because there'll be an honest
there'll
conversation.
Be an honest conversation, including I am jealous that it's you that's going, but only one person must go. So I'm sending you with blessings.
There's a righteous jealousy.
Exactly. There's that one. I wish it was me, and I am forever going to be happy for you. Right? What we don't want is that thing of.
Yeah.
You didn't even consider me. Now you think you're all that. There's all that, poison that carries on for years. We don't want that.
Okay.
We want, I always say, we want something that's clear, it's clean, and it's good. That's what we want in every situation.
Yeah.
Let it be clean, clear, and good.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to our audience today. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your sharing, especially Mimi Dolce. You shared. That's my Belish girl. Belish, thank you so much for all the shares I've seen you sharing. And thank you so much for all the viewers. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your contributions as well. And I also want to say thank you so much to my lady in the studio here, Angela Karanja. I love you so much. I always call you anytime I have a subject and I'm thinking, who? Yeah, Angela. Who? Yeah, Angela. In fact, next time you'll be sitting here. Even now, my producers, they're in love with you.
I love them. You see,
my producers are in love with you.
They're so lovely.
Yes.
And you know why?
Yes.
When we come in, we have these conversations.
And
we have
so
open
fun.
conversations.
Yes.
They are so fun.
Yes. They're so
and
fun.
so open.
Yes.
And vulnerable.
Yes.
You guys have taught me to just be, to be able to share and feel confident, and also to feel I'm not being judged.
Yes.
It's so nice.
Yeah. It's so
really
nice.
Is so nice.
And to be honest, I have my producer, Margaret, she doesn't like a lot of people. So if she likes you, she really likes you. So I want to say thank you to my producers. I love them so much. Triple Jojo.
Hey.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And my beautiful, beautiful producer, Margaret, and everybody else, I want to say thank you so much. And thank you for all the viewers. Yes, Millie, thank you so much. You ladies speak all. Yes, Elizabeth, thank you so much. My Mayor Kangede, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Joe. Yeah, you said you're watching, so thank you so much. And I just want to say, see you again next week on Wednesday, same time. And we always say, stand out and speak up. Do not fit in. Until then, we say it can only be God. Love you all. Mwah. See ya.
You have a right to free independent legal advice. Aduko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Aduko Solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduko Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law or housing law. Aduko Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduko Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduko Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
My name is Kofi Aduko. I'm a principal solicitor at Aduko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Aduko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Aduko Solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduko Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law or housing law. Aduko Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduko Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduko Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
My name is Kofi